I just saw Captain Marvel. It's worth every price and ticket. It's poweristically exorbitant. I feel power, and I feel great. I feel more power because a woman was in the movie. So go watch Captain Marvel. I'm gonna review when I get home. Bye. Extreme fanboy here to talk about the movie review of my movie review of Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel was great. It was good. It was excellent. It had comedy, had nostalgia, had cameos, but cameos and cameos. So let me tell you something about this movie, Captain Marvel. It did its job. It was fluent. The pacing was good. The action was nice. It was tantalizing, or tantalizing, should I say, with the action, the fight scenes, and even hell, there's even a chase scene which I liked. But I'm not gonna say about what happened in that chase scene. I'm gonna say it's good. I'll leave that for spoiler review. Talk about that later. Then the third thing about the movie I would say is the comedy. It definitely had comedy, and everything about the movie, from each clip, from the beginning to the middle to the end, was definitely something. It was definitely interesting how it started off. Now, time to start the review. Extreme Fanboy movie review. Here's how it went. I start off in outer space with Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel definitely. She started off as Captain Marvel. She didn't. This, by the way, this is definitely a storyline. Talking about the story of Captain Marvel. If you guys didn't already know that, it definitely focused on the story. For you who were wondering that, I wasn't necessarily wondering what was gonna happen story-wise, but I knew about the comic book character already from some of the cartoons. But this movie was good with the pace. How it started off in outer space, then she led to Earth, then then she went to outer space. But I'll say this though, Captain Marvel is definitely a human character. You felt it. You felt the human capabilities. Oh yeah, sorry for the air show going up above me. Loud noises. She definitely put herself there. She was on the map. She was great. She was a wonderful character. She had the emotion. She had a little bit of possible self-doubt, but in the beginning, she was already on top. She was already a capable person who had the potential. People saw the potential. And yeah, because the movie starts like this. There is a war between the Skrulls and the Kree. The Skrulls and the Kree. So start off showing those, and she was the only human. Let's see, one of the few humans actually on that planet. So yeah. Then the middle was definitely the best part for the action, but the middle was definitely the good part of the when the beginning was starting to come to an end. It was starting to lean towards the middle. It was good. This chase scene was great. How the chase scene went with Captain Marvel when she crashed down on Earth, and her role right when she met people of Earth was like, wow, like, what are you talking about? What are you doing? She can tell you she was a dedicated soldier. This movie definitely, after, like, I'll say definitely after that chase scene, which was great. It had a cameo. This movie, I will say this right now, had cameos on top of cameos of showing cameos. It showed the year that was a cameo. Hell, that's Samuel Jackson's character from Triple X, the character he played. Yes, Samuel Jackson with hair. Nick Fury with hair. So, more cameos. I was definitely liking the cameos. And by the way, there was definitely Stan Lee made a cameo in this movie. So it means he has one more cameo left. So go see Captain Marvel. But after that chase scene, it definitely had, like, the beginnings, the origin story of S.H.I.E.L.D. and the next step. After seeing this movie, I wanted to go see Agent Carter, and I definitely wanted to go see the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show after watching this. And it just had that spy moment, and it had a little bit that, like, you would say, like, had that buddy cop moment in the movie, but it was definitely, had a lot of spy moments. Because, by the way, Captain Marvel, she was dedicated to her mission. She did not go off track. She did everything she was supposed to do. She didn't let anything put her away or put her down. She had some memory problems in the movie. One of those memory. Let me find memory. Definitely, she was trying to find her memory. Simple as that. One of those memory loss movies with amnesia. But the way she handled everything with her amnesia, how she was getting help, it was just great. The villains they played their part. But played their part well. They did their part well. But towards the end, you're like, wow, these people weren't really villains. They were just on people struggling. Just the more you want unraveled with the movie, what Captain Marvel, there were simply some heavy questions of what was going on, and I like that about the movie. It gave you more. It filled you up. It gave you more to look at. And one thing I will say, Captain Marvel was definitely a boss. She was definitely a person who stepped up and did her womanly thing. She was basic level boss. She achieved it. She was going off everything raw. She was not oppressed or suppressed, should I say. She did her role right. She played it. She did it. This movie had a lot of patriotism and had definitely had female woman empowerment. I feel empowered to see this movie and the fact that this character did what she did. She was definitely a hero, a captain, a soldier, a patriot, captain, a soldier, a woman with so much potential. She just owned it and she rocked it. The patriotism of America, the military patriotism was good. It was made present. But Captain Marvel, she definitely could see she was a human being. She was a person. You know, she had that human moment when she got down, she got up. You know, there's a good flashback moment, which I like the flashbacks. But everything about the movie, there was not. I would say definitely towards the end was the eye-catching moment when you found this moment that was a surprise and her finding her memory, which was great. But I'm not gonna spoil that. I'm just gonna say how good it was, and the still movie was definitely good. The middle, the end, with Samuel L. Jackson characters, all the other characters, and the bad guys, the Skrulls, and the Kree, the war they had. Everything about it was something you wanted to see. It's definitely worth bringing the popcorn, taking someone out. Women, go see this movie. You will like it. All the comic book nerds, they will like it. Is it nerdy comic book friendly? Yes. Comic book nerds will like it. Movies, of course, it's a good movie. It's definitely at its heart. It's a movie to behold. It's definitely a movie of movies. I can't even say necessarily it was a comic book movie. It was all about the movie. It was definitely just being a movie. It wasn't necessarily, I feel like, even though it was like, oh, trying to be 100% the comic book, trying to emulate the comic book, it was definitely focused on the character, but at the same time, though, it was definitely more of just being an excellent movie than trying to be an excellent, comic book movie. But comic book fans, you will like this. Women will definitely like this. It was definitely is definitely woman empowerment to see this movie and how it empowered so many people. Women will love this movie. So many women feel empowered to see Captain Marvel. Now Captain Marvel is definitely their hero. Woman empowerment. She's like this. It went from SmackDown to Raw. It's like watching an episode of WWE. She gave it to you, gave the SmackDown, then the story changed, then she gave it to you Raw. It was well organized. It was played out. The action was good. Another thing I want to say, the comedy was good. You might say it's a little atrocious, some people would say, but I would say no. This was good comedy. The fact that not a lot of people expected the comedy in this movie, and it definitely had some good laughable, had some good chuckles, because Captain Marvel was definitely a person with emotion. She wasn't struggling. She was on top the entire time. She took charge. She did what she needed to do. The espionage, the buddy movie. She had some movie. She definitely had a moment when she had her friend. She had her buddies. She was not afraid to work with someone else. She made a team. She took charge, but in the end, it was an excellent ending. It was great. She remembered who she was. She dealt with the oppressors. She found the truth, and she hit the nail on the head, and she was great for what she did, Captain Marvel. Patriotism, right there. Hear that? That's patriotism for Captain Marvel. There's an air show going on right now, and I would say the Salinas Valley air shows make me feel patriotic. Hell, I might go today and film it for you guys, because Captain Marvel was definitely a movie, had the Air Force in it, and it had nostalgia. And I would say watch it, but the more years go by, the more nostalgia you're going to feel for Captain Marvel. Women and female Air Force pilots alike, go see Captain Marvel, enjoy it. You feel the patriotism. She's definitely a good addition to the Avengers. But also, watching the credits, I'd say the end of the credits, the last revealing of the credits, the little, whatever you call it, the clip, the last clip at the end of the credits was definitely comedy. And it was definitely some shockers. Oh, yeah, you see how Nick Fury actually lost his eye. Not going to spoil that for you, but I would say it's just a wow. Toxic masculinity was a little bit in that movie, but femininity was well thought out. It was strong. It was organized. It was great. So go see Captain Marvel. My final review will be 1 out of 50. I give it a 50. 50 Captain Marvel merchandises to buy. Go watch it. Buy the merchandise. Wear the hats. Read the comic books. And feel it. She started off a historic warrior. Then she became a hero. She was independent. She made her own line. She definitely made her own independent line. She was like, I don't got to prove anything towards you. Because she just had it. I don't have to prove anything towards you. Her raw her skills as a warrior, but then her powers were just great addition. And the look of it definitely had like multiple attributes to different versions of Captain Marvel, and she's made her own lane with her outfit change of the color. And I would say, go watch Captain Marvel. It's worth it. 50, 1 out of 50. I give it a 50. Go see Captain Marvel. Extreme Fanboy review is over. Go see Captain Marvel. Hey, let me tell you something. I saw Captain Marvel. No photobombs this time. Who saw Captain Marvel with me? Say hell yeah! Come on, saw Captain Marvel. Say hell yeah! Yeah! Say it with me. 1, 2, 3. Marvel forever. DC sucks.
Except for Superman.
Say it with me. 1, 2, 3. Marvel forever. DC sucks.
Except for Superman.
Yeah. Off. He just photobombed. That's the reality of Marvel. You hear the real stuff. You don't hear fake stuff. That's reality.